So today we have an energizing vinyasa flow. This is the last flow of this week. And yeah, so let's get started. We don't need any props for this one, but if you know you like practicing with any props, grab them and have them handy. All right, we're gonna start this one standing at the top of the mat. Tadasana, mountain pose. Start centering from here, engaging your legs, your core. Really active mountain pose here. Deepening your breath. You may set an intention for your practice at this moment. Lengthening your spine. Maybe starting to use your Yogui breath from here if you know it. All right, from here, next inhale, we reach the hands up, gaze up, lengthening both sides of the waist. In your exhale, fold forward, bending your legs generously here. Allow your head be heavy. The belly is resting at the top of the thighs. One more deep breath. Inhale, left halfway, maybe hands underneath the shoulders or on the shins. Exhale, fold. From here, we're gonna bring the right foot around the left and trying to place the right foot on the left side of the left foot, if that makes sense. And bending your left leg generously, trying to keep the right leg as straight as possible, or at least straighter than the left. Allow your head be heavy, elongating the back of the neck. And from here, maybe we can walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Intense stretch for the outer right hip here. The hamstrings. Come back to center. Both feet parallel to each other. Inhale, left halfway. And fold. Now we send the right foot to the back of the mat. Runner's lunge, opening the inner groin here. Inhale. In your exhale, find your skandasana, straightening the right leg. Right foot is flexed, nice and active. Maybe hands at the heart. Opening the back of the right leg here, or the right hamstrings. Elongate your spine. And open your arms, left fingertips come down. Make sure your left tricep is on the inner side of the left leg. Gazing up and back. Hands at the heart, skandasana on the second side. So we're focusing on energy in this class. We're gonna do a good balance of strength and flexibility. For a well-rounded practice, open. Right tricep is on the inner side of your right leg. Come back to the front of the mat, back into your runner's lunge, and bring your right foot back to the front to meet the left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, left halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now we're gonna bring the left foot to the right side of the right foot. Folding, bending your right leg generously. Now we're gonna try to keep the left leg nice and straight or straighter. And feeling that stretch on the outer left hip. Maybe walking the hands to the right. Stretching the IT band, the left hamstrings. Come back to center, both feet flat on the mat, parallel to each other. Send the left foot to the back of the mat. Runner's lunge on the second side. Inhale to elongate the spine. In your exhale, find your Skandasana on the right. Beautiful. Maybe hands at the heart. Your right foot is angled. Elongating. Opening right tricep on the inner side of your right leg. Warming up here. Second side. Skandasana on the left. Opening. Come back to the front of the mat and find your Uttanasana forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, left halfway, flat back. Plant your hands on the mat. We're gonna step back to our plank pose. Pressing the floor away, energizing, strengthening that core. 3 deep breaths here. Belly button hugging in. In your exhale, shift your weight forward, slightly forward, past your fingertips. Bend your elbows and very slowly come all the way down on the belly. Point your toes. From here, we're gonna open or bring the hands outside the mat on the fingertips and do this variation of cobra, engaging our back. Inhale, left. Peeling the chest off the mat. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale. Now we gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale, lower. Inhale, keep flowing. Gazing over the left shoulder. And lower. Beautiful. Entrelace your hands behind your lower back. Inhale, lift your chest off the mat. Lengthening the back of the neck by gazing down. The top of the feet are pressing down. 1 more breath. And lower. Beautiful. Bring your hands beside your rib cage or underneath your elbows. Magnetize your elbows with one another. Inhale, find your regular cobra. Exhale. Release. Tuck the toes under. And from here, we're gonna press into our plank pose. Spreading the shoulder blades behind you. Press, press, press. Inhale. Exhale, find your first downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet. Bend your right leg generously. Really bending and stretching the sole of your foot. Then switch. We're gonna sway the hips side to side. Find your steady down dog. Nice and strong. Activate your back here by thinking about bringing the elbows together. Gaze forward and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, press up to stand. Gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath here, honoring that intention you've set at the start of the class. Next inhale, find your chair's pose, Utkatasana. We're going into a sun salutation. Be here to finish warming up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, flat back. Plant your hands and find your plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And find your downward facing dog. Next inhale, bring your right leg up, bend your right leg. Open in the hip, but keep your shoulders square to the mat. Your exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Plant your foot in between your palms. Lower your back heel, 45-degree angle. Find your warrior one. Lower ribs are hugging in. Core is engaged. Inhale, maybe gaze up. Exhale, find your plank. Keep flowing through your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Back bend in your inhale. And downward facing dog. Second side, inhale, left leg rises. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Exhale, step that foot in between your palms. Find your warrior one on the left. Back foot is to a 45-degree angle. Exhale, plank pose, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, left to a flat back. And fold. Inhale, find your Utkatasana, chairs pose. Strong legs. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your hands, mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a deep breath here. We're going to interlace the hands behind the lower back. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hands heavy to the front of the mat. Finding a nice stretch in the shoulders. Twist your chest to the right, bending your left leg generously. Come back to center and twist to the other side. Come back to center, release your hands, inhale to a flat back. And fold. Inhale, pressing up to stand, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. Inhale, find your Utkatasana, chairs pose once more. Look down, make sure you can see your toes here, finding your proper alignment. Tailbone is pointing down, not out. Inhale. Entrelace your hands behind your lower back, open your chest, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left to a flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands on the mat and find your plank pose. Lower, exhale, maybe chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat towards your feet. Inhale, find your Utkatasana, chairs pose. Strong legs. Find that beautiful, correct alignment. Tailbone is pointing down. Hands behind your lower back. Inhale, open your chest, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, hands heavy to the front of the mat. Release your hands, inhale to a flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to the front of the mat and take your vinyasa, plank pose, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Next inhale, right leg rises nice and high. Exhale, step your right foot in between your palms, lower your back heel, 90-degree angle, align heel to arch, and rise into your warrior two. Strong legs, both sides of the waist are nice and long. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Finding a nice side stretch on the right side of your body or your torso here. Back to your warrior two. Extended side angle or Parsvakonasana. Right fingertips down or right elbow to right knee. Left fingertips forward. Spinning your chest to the ceiling. Maybe binding if it's in your practice. One more breath. Back to Parsvakonasana. Walk your hands to the left side of the mat. Both feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. Here, inhale to a flat back, wide-legged. Exhale, fold. You might need to readjust your feet. One more breath. Inhale to a flat back. From here, let's take a twist. Right fingertips underneath your shoulders, underneath your face. Right and left hand rises. If you want to go further in this twist, you can bring your left hand to the inner side of your right thigh, twisting a little bit deeper. If you want to take it even further, you can bring your hand at the bottom, your right hand, to grab your opposite ankle. Really deep twist here. Open your arms once more and come back to center. Inhale to a flat back. Second side. Left hand underneath your face. Right hand rises. Maybe bringing that right hand to the inner side of your left thigh. And maybe even grabbing your right ankle with your left hand. Slowly open once again and bring your both hands underneath the shoulders, lift to a flat back once more. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. From here, we're going to find our three-legged dog. Bring that right foot all the way back. And find your vinyasa. Optional to take it 3 points. It's up to you. You decide how far you want to go today. Beautiful. Gaze forward and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift to a flat back. And fold. Inhale, press up to stand, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold and find your plank and chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's even it out. Inhale, left leg rises nice and straight. Exhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Lower your back heel, align heel to arch. Warrior two. Strong legs, strong arms. Both sides of the waist are nice and long. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Warrior two, find your side angle. Same version you've done on the first side. Maybe elbow to knee or fingertips down. Spinning the chest to the ceiling. Maybe binding if it's in your practice. Extended side angle. One deep breath here. Now walk your hands, lower both hands and walk them to the center of the mat. I'm going to face to you once more. We're going to do different variations in this. So both feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. And fold. This time, if it's in your practice, you can go ahead and do a headstand. If not, you can hang out here, maybe twisting or doing any variation you would like. 5 breaths to spare. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick headstand here. And we all meet in a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Find your Skandasana, bending your right leg, left leg straight. Opening your arms, left fingertips down. Maybe binding once more. Open your arms, Skandasana on the second side. Opening. If you want to try to bind and never done it here, make sure your left tricep, I'm in front of you, so left tricep is in the inner side of your leg. Lower your fingertips. The other hand is up and back. From here, when you lower, you turn, you make this internal rotation on your arm first. Bring your hand to the back of to your lower back or to your glutes, and do the same internal rotation on the other arm. That will make it easier or more accessible, that bind. It's a very intense stretch on the shoulders and the chest. Open, find your wide-legged forward fold once more. From here, bring your hands to the hips. Inhale, lift with a flat back. Beautiful. We're going into goddess pose, so bring your heels in, toes out, and lower. Nice and deep. Hips low. Your tailbone is pointing down, not out. Core is engaged, nice and low. Your knees want to point to the sides. Really empowering posture. Working on strength and flexibility of the hips here. Inhale, arms rise. One more breath. Bring your hands to the back of the ears. We're going to work on the core a little bit here. So lower your right elbow, almost if possible, to touch your right knee. Really engage in the core here. Come back to center. Second side. Hips are dropping low. Back to center. Once more on each side. Center. Strong core. Controlling the movement at all times. Arms rise and lift. I know we needed that. Alright, so now we're going to bring your left toes pointing to the front of the mat or to the side. Your right foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Going into Trikonasana. Open your arms. Reach forward as far as you can with your left hand and then lower. Both sides of the waist are nice and long. Imagine you want to lean on a big wall behind you. Your whole body wants to lean there. Really opening. One more breath. All right. Look down towards your left foot and lower both hands. Frame that left foot with both hands. Your back foot moves a little bit. It's angled to a 45-degree angle. Square your hips. Now we are on pyramid posture. Inhale to a flat back, chest parallel to the floor. If you cannot touch the floor here, you can always keep your hands at the hips, but keep squaring your hips, pulling the right hip back. Chest parallel to the floor. If it's in your practice, you could even take a nice shoulder stretch here, or just keep your hands down. All right, everybody, hands to hips. Inhale, lift with a flat back. Bring both feet parallel to the short edges of the mat once more. We're going straight to the second side. So now, bring your other foot, your right foot, pointing to the side, and the other foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat, opening, setting up for our Trikonasana. Reach forward as far as you can, and find that triangle posture. Beautiful. Look down towards your hand and your feet. Frame your foot with both hands. Your back foot now is to a 45-degree angle. Square your hips. Inhale to a flat back. Maybe stay here. Maybe hands on the hips. Trying to keep the chest parallel to the floor. Now pulling that hip back, so really nice and square hips. Maybe even taking a shoulder stretch. You decide how far you want to go. Alright, hands on the hips. Inhale, lift to a flat back and find your downward facing dog. Take your vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Next, inhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. And fold. Inhale, find your chair's pose from here. Strong legs. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. Keeping the hands at the heart, we're going into our warrior 3 from here. So root rise through your left foot. Lift your right foot off the mat. Engage your core, super important for your balancing postures here. Warrior 3. Hips are squared. Avoid lifting your right hip. Any variation you would like to do here, maybe hands forward. Hands to the heart. Lower your left hand on the floor or on the mat. Start opening your hips. Lift your right leg a little bit higher. Find your Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. Maybe right hand rises, spinning the chest to the ceiling or to the right side of your mat. Remember, if you keep gazing down, if you keep your drishti on the floor or on the mat, will help you better with balance. If you want more challenge, you look to the right side, to the side you are opening. One more breath here. Put hands on the mat, square your hips, find your standing splits. Right, inhale to a flat back. That right leg is still lifting. From here, we're going to bring the right knee to the outside edge of our standing foot, of our left foot. So bend your right leg, lower, that shin comes down on the mat, and sit back. So your left foot should be really firmly planted on the mat, nice and flat. Both legs are bent. From here, bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, right hand rises. Exhale, twist to the left. Finding a nice twist here, elongating your spine. Taking a little moment in the middle of all the strengthening and intense stretching. I think a twist, it's a treat. All right, come back to center. Plant your hands on the mat and meet me in forward fold. Both feet parallel to each other. Inhale to a flat back. And fold. Inhale, find your Utkatasana, chair's pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. All right, let's even it out. Find your Warrior 3. Now rotarize to your right foot. Shift your weight forward. Remember, if you fall out of the pose, it's totally fine. No rush. Rushing will never help you here. Do any variation you would like to do in this warrior 3, sorry. And find your, find your Ardha Chandrasana. So right fingertips down. And your left leg is still nice and high, really nice and active. Left hand rises. So we'll have a side for better balancing, better strength. As you can tell, my right side, the side we're doing now, is my weaker side for balance. But it's totally fun. That's the beauty of yoga. You can get to know your body so well. Both hands on the mat, find your standing splits. Inhale to a flat back. Your left leg is still nice and high. And bend that leg, bringing your left knee to the outside edge of your right foot. Once you place your shin down, sit back. Beautiful. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, your left hand, elongate. And twist to the right. Breathe. All right. Come back to center. Bring your hands to the front of the mat and find your Uttanasana, forward fold. Keep flowing. Inhale to plank. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and then to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. Gaze forward and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, left halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find your chair's pose, Utkatasana. Strong legs. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. Going back into our Utkatasana chair's pose, lower your hips. From here, you may keep your gaze forward or up for more challenge. And come on the tiptoes, squeezing the legs with one another. Nice and slowly, keep bending your legs a little bit more and more. Staying on the toes, lower your hands on the mat. From here, split your knees to the sides. You have your arms on the inner side of the legs, all right? In between your legs. From here, walk your hands forward and lower. If you need to lower your heels on the mat, go ahead and do so. If you want to go even further, you can bring your hands on the ankles. Now everybody lowers the heels and sit back. Beautiful, well done. I know that wasn't easy. Perfect. Bring your legs together. We're going into our beautiful and not so favorite of many both pose. So lengthening your spine, chin parallel to the floor, hands forward. Rolling your shoulders back, chest up, maybe legs straight. One breath here. And find your butterfly shaped legs. Baddha Konasana, Bring your hands on your feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, and bring your legs together. We're going into a reverse tabletop posture. So bring your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your glutes, both feet flat on the mat. Inhale, lift your hips. Nice and strong. One more breath. Keep your chin tucked to your chest. And lower. Beautiful. We have one more round. You can do exactly the same, a reverse tabletop, or you could do a reverse plank this time. If you're going into reverse plank with me, this time we keep the legs straight. All right. Inhale, lift. Trying to bring the feet flat on the mat. And lower. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and lie down on the mat. Knees to your chest. Maybe rocking side to side. All right. Bring both feet flat on the mat. We're going into bridge pose. So hands on either side of the body, heels as close as you can to your glutes, both feet flat, firmly pressing. Inhale, lift your hips, squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings. Lift, lift, lift. Maybe right leg rises, pointing your right foot. Lower, switching. If you are doing the one-legged version. Lower and release. Beautiful. Knees to your chest. All right, we have one more round of bridge pose. You can do exactly the same we've just done, or if you want to go ahead and do wheel pose with me, we're going into wheel pose. You decide what you want to try today. If you're coming into wheel with me, bring your hands on either side of the ears with your fingertips pointing to your shoulders. Press the floor away and bring the crown of the head on the mat first, and then press. Make sure your knees don't open to the side. Pressing your chest through the gate of your arms. When you're ready, nice and slowly, come down. Allow your feet open as wide as the mat, and allow your knees fall to the center. Taking a moment here. Then send your knees to the right side of the mat and then to the left. Releasing any tension in your spine. Hold your knees to your chest. Let's take a twist to decompress any tension there in our lower back or our spine. Release the left leg, pressing the left heel down and twist, keeping your left hand on the right knee or the right leg. Both shoulders on the mat. Come back to center, knees to chest. straight to the second side, release the right leg all the way down, and twist. Knees to your chest, beautiful. We prepare for Shavasana, our last meditation pose. Elongate the back of your neck, hands on either side of the body. Inhale, fill up the belly and the chest. Let it go through the mouth. Shavasana. You can stay here for as long as you need to. If you're ready to close this class with me, start deepening your breath once more. Take a nice stretch. And then prop yourself up to lift and meet me on a seated position. Nice and slowly. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And let it go through the mouth. Join your hands at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Always in gratitude. Be grateful for the opportunity to move your body today. And take a moment to congratulate yourself for showing up for yourself today. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for doing this class with me, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class. I hope you feel energized after this, nice and open, nice and strong. And well, see you on Monday. Yeah, see you guys. I'll let you know during the weekend what is the plan for the upcoming classes for next week. Remember, if you have any suggestions, anything you would like me to talk about, or anything I can support you on in your yoga practice, or in your mindfulness practices, please let me know. I will do my best, and leave me your comments below. Okay, thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. See you next time.